What's up? Welcome back to the Metalhead Car Show. I'm a little bit late to the game, but nonetheless, here we are with the official unveiling of Iron Maiden's 50th anniversary, the Run for Your Lives tour. We mentioned the idea of the 50th anniversary months ago, way before everyone else kind of started to jump on it. So the fact that that's what Iron Maiden's actually doing is super cool. Now, right now, as I'm recording this, it's September 20th. So on September 18th, it started to kind of come out as rumor on the Iron Maiden forums that Iron Maiden's going to be releasing something tomorrow being September 19th. And as all this was going on, an Italian promoter actually leaked out a show poster for the upcoming tour with the name and saying, "From Iron Maiden to Fear the Dark." Now, we didn't actually know if this was real or not, but one of the forum mods from Iron Maiden actually said, like, you have to take that down. Like, that can't come out yet. So we all kind of knew pretty quickly that this is real. Nonetheless, the Run for Your Lives tour. This is not what I was expecting. Frankly, I had a playlist up on my Spotify, which you can go follow if you want. And it was all essentially like a best of Iron Maiden throughout the years, kind of representing every single era. Now, Iron Maiden probably considered doing something like that, but it probably would have been a little bit too similar to the Legacy of the Beast tour. So doing a tour that's focusing on Iron Maiden all the way to Fear the Dark exclusively is a cool idea and a fun way to change it up. So as you've likely heard from a couple other YouTubers talking about this, we're not going to be doing a setlist video today. That's going to be coming pretty soon. I want to finalize what I want to say first for that one. Saying that as if I write a script for any of my videos. But I want to finalize what I believe the setlist is or could be before coming out and just sort of saying it. But nonetheless, we can expect songs from Iron Maiden, Killers, The Number of the Beast, Peace of Mind, Power Slave, Somewhere in Time, Seventh Son, Seventh Son, No Prayer for the Dying, and of course, Fear the Dark. Despite I just said that this is not going to be a setlist video, there are a couple songs that we do kind of know are going to be in the setlist. Iron Maiden's never been dropped, it's a given they're going to play it and you can expect it in this tour. The main teaser of this video used Phantom of the Opera as its main song, and as Maiden's always done in the past, if the song is used in the teaser or the commercial for the tour, it's going to be played. With the tour being named the Run for Your Lives tour, it's pretty damn certain that we're absolutely going to be hearing Run to the Hills. And with this being Iron Maiden to Fear the Dark, you can also be completely certain that Fear the Dark will be in the setlist. A lot of the teasers and commercials for this kind of hints back to the first two Iron Maiden albums, mainly being the Running Free single and the Killers album. But frankly, if you watch the videos, like the main video for the tour, I feel like it's a little bit less running free and more you're being chased by a psychopath with an axe, which in my mind actually kind of leads towards Killers. And like I could go on about songs for a little bit longer and completely disregard what I said about a set list earlier, so we're not going to be doing that. So instead of rambling about songs, let's talk about the artwork itself. The artwork shows this new Eddie, and frankly, this isn't everyone's favorite Eddie. Some people thought it was actually AI, but it's actually kind of a neat Eddie the longer you stare at it. So what we found is this is actually kind of a mishmash of all of the Eddies combined from the first 9 albums. You've got the hair from the Eddie in the Iron Maiden album. You have the axe used from the Killers Eddie. You have the t-shirt, which is kind of used from the Killers and the Number of the Beast Eddie. One of the eyes has the lightning going through it, which we saw from Power Slave. You have this one cyborg eye along with wires going through his fingers, which we got from Somewhere in Time. Some of its face and its neck came from the Seventh Son, Seventh Son Eddie. Wearing the black leather jacket came from No Prayer for the Dying. And we could actually see wood coming from one of his arms, which came from Fear the Dark. If you're wondering why I skipped the Peace of Mind Eddie, it's because thinking about it right now, I'm not 100% sure what the Peace of Mind Eddie actually brought to the table for this one. So if you can see it and I can't, let me know in the comments. Now with the scenery of the artwork itself, not necessarily the Eddie, but just what's going on around him. This is actually the Killers album cover just blown up and destroyed. Which there might be some hints behind Eddie which suggest why it might be blown up, but we're going to get to that in a later video. What I will say is behind Eddie we can actually see this very Japanese styled pagoda, which hints back to kind of, in my opinion, Jetsu. Now, I don't believe anything from Jetsu we played or hinted towards on this tour at all. So what I kind of believe is this is a nuclear bomb going off in the Jetsu world as we leave that and go into the Run for Your Lives tour. Sort of like with the Legacy of the Beast tour, which at the very beginning, it was all the stained glass with all the Eddies on it. And then after that, it was the church, but the church is pretty beat down and the Spitfires crashed. And then that leads to just all-out war at the end of it, and the church is even more destroyed. And at the end of it, the world is kind of just crumbling. You'd actually see the church falling into lava. So as time went on, they killed off the Legacy of the Beast, as when now we're actually killing off Jetsu going into this new era. Also, like the tour, how about we talk about the tour a little bit? Unlike the current tour, they've wasted no time talking about who's going to be opening on this tour. And throughout the entirety of the European tour, we're going to have Hailstorm, Avatar, and the Raven Age. Along with that, the tour is going to be starting in Budapest, Hungary on May 27th, 2025. And I believe that's going to be the first show of the tour, which might seem like a weird thing to say, but there is gaps in the tour for more shows to go in or double nights or whatever. But they are saying it starts on May 27th. Now, for the most part, if Maiden says this is happening, then this is happening. I know the 2023 Future Past Tour, they said Europe's all the dates, and they added 3 Canadian shows and Power Trip. But for the time being, I believe Budapest will be the opening show of the tour, but we will see more shows go into the schedule. As for the rest of the world, well, we're going to have to wait until 2026. Unfortunately, I don't see myself going to Europe in 2025 to go see the tour, which is a huge bummer. Life gets in the way sometimes, and there's just big things I've planned for, well, my own life and this channel, which are a little bit more time sensitive and kind of take priority, unfortunately. Would I love to be there? Absolutely. My wife and I poked at Budapest, we poked at Glasgow, we looked at London, but unfortunately this time around I can't make it happen. So I will need to wait until 2026. But the last thing I'm going to talk about in the video is the Iron Maiden Facebook banner.
What?
Which sounds like a really weird and completely irrelevant topic to end on, but hear me out. This is a screenshot of the banner from their mobile page. If you look at it, at first glance, it doesn't seem bad, but longer you stare, kind of worse it gets. Because if you actually go look at the photo, you'll find that the right side has all of the tour artwork on it, and the entire left side is just black. There's nothing there, which is kind of really weird to look at and doesn't really make sense considering Maiden does love their artwork. So I sent this to a buddy, and I just asked him, what's missing? And he quickly said, the left half. So, what is the left half? I believe it's going to be the second half of this tour. Now, I don't mean second half of this tour as in the 2026 leg, but I mean possibly the 2027-2028 leg. Now, this is all just theory and speculation. I'm not dead set on this is definitely going to be happening. But what if that second part of the photo is going to be the 2027-2028 tour artwork that's be a part of the Run for Your Lives tour, and it's X Factor to Jetsu, or possibly X Factor to a brand new album. It might be a little bit of a hard sell for a casual listener, but for a hardcore audience, I think they would eat this up. But that theory is for a video that is likely years down the road. But anyway, I want to know, what do you think? Is this the tour that you're hoping Iron Maiden was going to announce? And are you going to be going to any of the shows? Let me know in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, subscribe, enjoy what you've seen. I tend to post 3-ish times a week, and I'll see you later.